Steve Dotto here. Today's topic is Sugarsync, another of the really good cloud storage solutions. Now, you're forgiven if your eyes start to spin a little bit when we start talking cloud storage because there are so many contenders out there, from Apple's iCloud to Microsoft solution to Google Drive to Dropbox and Sugarsync. I'm going to bring another one to the table here talking to you about Sugarsync. But I like Sugarsync. I think it, along with Dropbox, are two of the best solutions as far as cloud storage goes. And it offers a very different philosophy on cloud storage than Dropbox, which is why I like it. It will appeal to a different sector of people. Now, where Dropbox is very simple and very, very easy to understand how it works. You have a Dropbox folder, it's synced to the internet, you can access that Dropbox folder from multiple computers. Very simple and straightforward. Anybody can use it. Sugarsync requires just a little bit more forethought, because what happens with Sugarsync is you don't create a new Sugarsync folder that's shared. Instead, you manage and share your existing folders, determine which ones on your devices you want to share, and then enable sharing from that. It's a subtle but important difference in how it works, because we have to manage the process a little bit more, but it also means that Sugarsync can possibly fit better into your productivity work style, especially if you've got a really good system of file management stuff that you already use. Whereas if in Dropbox, if you have a file system management system that you already use, and you want to share those files, you have to move them into Dropbox, which might break your system. Let me show you. Let's dive into it. Sugarsync is free to try. They give you a little bit more storage than most of the others. They give you 5 gigabytes right out of the box. And of course, you can add storage by getting your friends to sign up. They'll give you free storage. And you can purchase it for about $5 a month for probably more than enough storage than you'll ever need. But let's take a look at the app itself. It installs just like Dropbox. See my little Dropbox icon here? It installs in your toolbar here. Mine is actually doing a little bit of a sync right now. That's why I don't see the little hummingbird icon, but instead I see the syncing icon. But you manage it from your Sugarsync file manager. You open this up, and what we have here is we have a window that manages what folders we choose to sync. And you see the different devices that I have. Well, you see the different computers that I have. I can attach my mobility devices as well, which I'll show you in a moment. And it works with everything. It works with Windows, Mac, it works with Android, it works with iPhone, it even works with BlackBerry. So it works with all of the different major operating systems. So what we see here is we see my office computer identified right here. And these are the folders that I choose to share from my computer. Now I can add more folders to sync just by clicking the sync folder, add sync folders. And then it looks at the main folders on my computer. If I want to, I actually have another drive attached. So if I want to access the folders on that other drive to share, I click here and it brings me deeper into my file management area. But for the most part, you are going to have a series of folders, a document series, maybe some with images, business graphics, that sort of thing that you want to share between devices. Once you assign the sharing here, it then chooses those folders and syncs them to the cloud and then syncs them to your other devices. It's great if you want to make sure you have the exact same folder on multiple different computers. And then when you edit the file on it, you can edit the file and it changes it everywhere at the same time. So it's really nice for revision control for individuals. Plus, the other benefit that Sugarsync brings to the table is a little extra layer of security in that you can password protect. I don't think Sugarsync is as good a tool for file sharing. If you're sharing large files, I think Dropbox works a lot better. But if you have a system where you're working within that system and you want to be able to work with that system and have certain folders that you have access to at all time, then Sugarsync might be just the ticket. So here's, as I say, this is the basic management area. There's my notebook and there's my desktop computer, and we can see which folders I want to share that find their home, that I work with the most on either of those computers, and I can access them. So if I want to work on the document on a course outline that I'm working on right now, I can simply go to that file, I can open the actual document, and I can work on it, save it, and now it's the same on my notebook as it is in the sync, in the cloud, and here on my desktop. So it works very simply and effectively from that perspective. Before I finish, though, I do want to show you mobile access, because mobile access is increasingly important for all of these different services that we're talking about. And for Sugarsync, having access to our iPhone or iPad or Android device is also crucial. So here we see my iPhone is up, and I'm going to go into my productivity tab here. I hope that I've got Sugarsync there. Do I have? There it is. Yep, Sugarsync. I tap on the Sugarsync icon, and up comes Sugarsync. Now, the difference is I don't see, when I'm in my file manager on the computer itself, I don't see my mobility devices. That's because no documents actually live on this device. It's more about having this device being able to access my computer, the different documents that I have on my other computers. So, but here I can see the management area within the iPhone itself. And if I want to see the files that are on my office computer or my notebook, I tap there and we see the same file structure. Now, if I want to download those documents, if I want, say, to get a couple of PDFs onto my iPhone or iPad, what I do is I just tap on the little right-hand side there, on the little arrow, and then it allows me to sync this to my phone directly so I can make sure I have those documents accessible to me all the time, even when I'm not online. It's a way of getting those documents into the iPhone. And this process works the exact same on the iPad, sorry, just bumped the mic there, on the iPad as it does on the iPhone. So let me call up my iPad, and it works the same in Android as well. Let me call it up. Let's get it displaying. Please display. There we go. Hello, Mr. iPad. You're going to knock me out of the way, are you? Fair enough. So let's go into Sugarsync here on my iPad, and we see we've got a little bit more space, so they can give us a little bit more structure as far as the file management goes. But there we see the exact same list of devices. Now I can go into my Office Macintosh just like I did on my iPhone. I have the same choices as far as being able to see all of my documents, and if I tap on the little right-hand arrow, I can sync it to my iPad as well. Now Sugarsync also incorporates some extra nice features around sharing and backing up your photos and your music. But as far as I'm concerned, the sweet spot for Sugarsync, if you'll excuse the pun, is really the person who has a complex file management system and folder structure within their computer that they want to be able to share and access with themselves, not necessarily with others. Sharing files with others, I prefer Dropbox. Sugarsync gives us a little bit more security with the password protection and allows us to work with the structure that we live with already. I hope you found this useful. If you want to see more of our videos, drop by dottotech.com or subscribe to us in your YouTube channel. I'm Steve Dotto. Thanks for spending time with me today.